Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your Vibe mentor. This place is for conscious, purpose-driven entrepreneurs who want to overcome the blocks that hold them back from their purpose and manifesting abundance. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are looking for any assistance in how to do this, do come check us out in the New Earth Construction Team community. We would love to welcome you there, where we cover all things finding your purpose and healing or removing blocks that keep you from it. So come join us there. So today's video is going to be just a slightly bit different than the rest. I had sort of considered whether or not to call this a vlog, but I think the titling is pretty important so you understand what's going to be covered here. Typically, my energy usually is very uplifting and hopefully motivating and helping give you tips and tricks on how to step into your purpose, remove the blocks that keep you from it, use psychology and biology and neuroscience to work with the vessel that we have been given, the tuning fork that is our body and our minds to create. But sometimes the energy is challenging and it's not always easy to be uplifting. And it was interesting because when I first started stepping into this work about a year and a half ago, after being in it for some time and realizing my role as a leader for the clients that I serve, the community that I nourish and hold space for, that it is my job to be a leader, which means to walk the walk and talk the talk, which means to make sure that we're meditating every day and we're consciously using our manifestation skills and gifts. And it's an interesting and fine line to walk, because there are those times where things are challenging. There are those times where I'm not always the perfect mom or super upbeat. And I would say that today, or even this recent energy over the last couple of days, has been a challenge. And I thought it was very important to address it, right? That I could decide we're not making videos today. The energy is really not conducive. It has been an uphill battle to get the computer running, to get the camera to turn on. The monitor's not connecting. My computer, my laptop is sitting right now on a stack of 10 books in place of using my monitor. And luckily I got one of my cameras to work. It really has just been that uphill battle energetically. And I thought it was important to still come on, still make this video for you. One, to let you know you're not alone if you're dealing with this kind of energy. And two, to share with you some of the insights that I have received today as to why we deal with this and what can come from this, right? So we know that life is not always going to be perfect, right? So here we go. I'm swimming in cords. I cannot move without moving cords and moving the laptop, right? I just want to get comfortable. So we often kind of, I want to hopefully title this, and we'll see how titles end up changing after the content is complete. But one of the themes for a title that came to mind was when frustration strikes, right? That we just had Mercury go direct yesterday. So of course, technological issues should not be surprising. Mars went direct about a week ago. We're still very much in that reversing type energy, very much in the shadow phase of both of those planets. We will have all planets direct. We've got Uranus going direct next week on the 22nd. So if you think about it, it's kind of like driving a car and slamming it, maybe you were driving in reverse and slamming it into drive, right? It's kind of that friction that is created when we reverse directions. And so astrologically, it makes sense. And especially since I'm in Aries, so I very much relate to Mars. But of course, Aries is in your chart somewhere for all of us. And so we all feel, right? Mercury rules the mind and mental process and computers and connection and communication, and all of these things affect all of us. So we're all in this together. And that's, if I end up posting this video, which I'm pretty sure I will, that's why I'm here, right? To share that we're not perfect. It's not always going to be perfect. And what we talk a lot about on this channel is making life great, achieving your highest potential, stepping into the joy and the bliss of your purpose. And it is helpful to be reminded that yes, while it is possible to achieve a vast majority of joy and happiness and bliss, there are still going to be those times where we're challenged, we're pushed to the edge, we are at our limits. And it does remind me of sort of a pearl, right? A pearl is formed under pressure. A diamond is formed under pressure. That these moments where we're being squeezed, that they lead to something great. And add to my technological challenges today, it has been gray and cloudy for going on 2 months now. We're lucky to see the sun once a week, maybe for a couple hours, at most a day at a time. And then we go dark for another week. And usually there is snow. It makes it bright, it makes it at least white. You can go snowboarding, you can go skiing, right? You can have fun with the snow, but there's no snow this year. We had a little bit of snow before Christmas, but it all melted. And so it's been brown and muddy and ugly. And I'm very sensitive to sun. If you're part of the conscious community, you know how important sun is. You know, it comes in through the retina and goes into the third eye or the pineal gland. And it's very, very important to all of the regeneration in our body, as well as our energy and our mood and our hormone production and our vitamin production, all these things, right? So it matters. That's the point, is it matters. It matters a lot. And so in this squeezing, right? So, and I'm using my personal example because I really hope that you can relate. It's not, all about me. I don't like to make it all about me, but sometimes you need to know from personal experience, right? To hear a story, to really get this to integrate. And it's not easy, but it is beneficial. And we need to, not what we need, right? It is helpful. It relieves the pressure, it relieves the tension, it relieves the discomfort when we are able to rest in non-resistance. And this is one of those times where non-resistance is a really big challenge, right? Because I'm in resistance to the fact that there is no sun. I am in resistance to the fact that my computer is not talking to my monitor and nothing's working and there's cords everywhere, right? I'm in resistance in those moments where I'm like, oh, why is this not happening? Right. And to be a leader means to lead yourself in the things that you teach, right? Conscious energy management, constant state management, consistent state management, right? That it is up to me to create the sunshine. And it is not reasonable for me to expect for it to always be rainbows and sunshine automatically, but that I can create those things. And it probably took a good hour or two of journaling to really work through that, knowing that it is up to me to create this energy. And then going through, writing all of the positive statements that I want to make, and really feeling again in resistance to that, because, I want to say, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. I don't want to mess anything up. Normally I would say F it, right? But like, screw it, right? I don't swear a lot, but it's serious when I do. And I kind of did in my journal. I was like, you know what? I'm just not feeling these statements. I understand that it's my job to recognize the spiral that can happen in these moments where we get off kilter and we allow ourselves to be sort of whiny and, poor me, and nothing's ever easy. Why is this always hard? And right, that could happen. Those are my old dendrites, right? That's my old thought processing, the old neural pathways, the old habits. It's the echo of the past coming up in this crunch time, in this pressure, in this frustration, to say, have you really changed? Have you really overcome this? Have you learned the lesson? The universe loves to test us. Have you learned? Have you really integrated at a core bodily cellular level this learning, or do we need to keep bringing you more situations so that you can integrate fully? Right. And so going through that process of, okay, it's my job. I'm going to cultivate better energy. I'm going to create my own sunshine. energetically, knowing that my mind is the key. The thoughts create my reality. My thoughts create how I feel from a biological and neurobiological standpoint. I understand that, going through the list of all of the positive thoughts that I want to have and having that effort moment of like, I don't feel this, right? And then just allowing myself to go back into, what I do feel. I feel frustration. I feel, life has been pretty challenging, right? And I'm allowing myself to exaggerate because life has been really good, right? I'm allowing myself to dive into that old neural pathway for a minute, and then being with my body, being with the sensation in my body, you come back in to centeredness. You come back into alignment with the truth. I ask for guidance, and that's really when it clicked. If I look back at sort of the journaling that I did, where I allowed myself to say, no, this is really how I'm feeling. And then that moment of God, Christ consciousness, Holy Spirit, source, come in now and give me the truth. Give me the right perspective to see this with true eyes. And it clicked almost within seconds that what I was experiencing was the suffering created by the resistance to the situation, not the situation, the resistance to the situation. And it was like everything lifted. The computer's still not working, but everything lifted. It got easier, right? And I'm now going to walk away from this computer. Was going to do 2 videos. You get one this weekend. Sorry, not sorry. I can't deliver you anymore right now. We'll see what we can deliver later. But really the key is that moment of surrendering to what is allowed me to open up to, okay, how is this serving me? Right? Because life is always happening for me, not to me. So if I am in non-resistance to what is, if everything is perfect as it is, right? You can notice how we set down the dysregulation. We come back into alignment to become regulated again. And we say, okay, this is serving me how? 1, I don't like living in the Midwest. I need to live somewhere where there's sunshine. My physical body, my spiritual body, my mission and my purpose needs to be nurtured by consistent sunshine. So that pressure and that squeezing, I love our beautiful town. I love our community. My kids love their school. They have beautiful, amazing friends. I've moved a lot in my life. I wanted to make this our forever home. But it's funny. The universe always has plans just a little bit outside of what we thought was going to be right for us. And it was necessary for us to get squeezed. It was necessary for that pressure to come in and say, this is not serving you. And if you can't quite see how this is not serving you, let me amplify how it's not serving you. Right? My kids, they're like, we're done. I'm ready for a new school. I'm ready for new friends. We love our town. We'll come back to visit. But we need sunshine. And so even for my kids, the squeeze has been helpful for them to let go and to say, okay, we're ready. Right? That there's always a benefit, even in the squeeze, even in the frustration. That without my computer not working and refusing to work, I wasn't able to work. And so I had to sit with this frustration for an hour or 2 hours. I've actually lost 3 hours today, which is huge in my world. But it always is working for us. So if you're feeling the pressure, if you're feeling the squeeze, the frustration, if there's something in your life that is making you really, really uncomfortable, it's making you angry, making you frustrated, remember that all emotions are good. We don't want to sit in them. We don't want to stew in them. We don't want to allow the downward spiral of negative thinking to gain momentum. But we do want to sit with them and say, thank you. I understand that you're here to deliver a message, right? Anger is designed to get you to do something about something that's not working for you. If someone's mistreating you and it makes you angry, it's designed to get you out of that unhealthy situation. These moments of frustration, aggravation, the squeeze, push us until you say, okay, I don't know how. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm ready. Show me how. Ask a better question instead of saying, why is this always happening to me? Why is life always hard? Why are things always so difficult? Why does this have to happen right now? We ask a better question. Say, what do you want me to see? What is the truth of this situation? What do you want me to do? What do I need to do? Right? Sometimes we're putting it out to the universe when the answer needs to come from within. What do I need to do to meet this need of sunshine? To fix this issue of my computer not working? I think it's a new monitor, pretty sure, maybe even a new computer. Oh, darn. Right? We ask that question. What is this situation calling me to do? What action do I need to take? All right, I won't belabor the point. I hope you all are faring well with this sort of, it makes me think of like driving a car and like dropping it into gear, right? Like just the friction that is created in that. So I hope you're all faring this well. Maybe it's just me. Rarely is it just me, but you are certainly not alone. If ever this happens to you now or in the future, this video will be here for you. All right. I love you, my friends. I will see you when I see you, when divine timing is perfect. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed weekend. Take care. Namaste. I love you. Oh, and join us in the New Earth Construction team. Like, subscribe, and share all the things. Help the channel grow. Spread the word. I'll see you on the flip side. Namaste.